Hello my lovely friends, and welcome back to yet another Lucid Dreaming Challenge. This is your fourth Lucid Dreaming Challenge in this series. On the last Lucid Dreaming Challenge, we talked about meditation and how that can affect our awareness in our dreams and our lucid dreams, but now we're kind of talking about the same thing, but in the morning. This challenge has to do with hypnopompic imagery and getting familiar with the hypnopompic state of consciousness. Now, this may sound familiar to you. Have you heard of hypnagogic imagery or hypnopompic imagery? Well, these are both liminal states, and we experience liminal dreaming before we fall asleep and as we wake up. You may be familiar with the swirling colors or the flashes of lights or a little bit of dream scenes that we may experience as we're falling asleep or after we've already woken up and we're kind of just sitting there with our eyes closed in a meditation. And this is what I want you to get familiar with in the morning after you wake up. So once you wake up, I want you to lay back in bed with your eyes closed, and if you have an alarm that wakes you up, maybe turn it off and see if you can have a few minutes in bed in the morning as you're still kind of tired and groggy. You don't want to wake yourself up too much because then your brain will become stimulated and your brain will actually not be able to get into that really relaxed theta-like state that we enter in when we're falling asleep and when we're waking up. So I want you to see if you can induce hypnopompic imagery. Can you induce those swirling colors and those flashes of light, or can you see those little bits of dream scenes after you've already woken up and turned off your alarm and got back to bed and laid with your eyes closed for a couple minutes? This is a very powerful state because we can actually experience lucid dreams and out-of-body experiences after we've already woken up from a full sleep cycle. So I want you to see if you can wake up a little bit slower, what that looks like. Are there colors that you see? Are there flashes of light? Do you go back into a dream that you had before you fully woken up? I want you to kind of play around with this state and see what happens when you linger in the hypnopompic state of consciousness or in the liminal state of consciousness. And of course, this was a previous Lucid Dream Challenge as well, where we wanted to see if we could linger in the hypnagogic imagery as we're falling asleep. So now we're taking it to the morning and seeing if we can induce those same colors, flashes of light, and little bits of dream scenes. Now it's going to be different for everybody what you experience, but I promise you it will be an amazing experience because you're teaching yourself to wake up a little bit slower. You could go back into a dream or induce a lucid dream, and this will actually help with dream recall as well because you're not waking up so fast and getting out of bed. You're actually giving yourself time to sit in the subconscious mind. When we wake up super fast, our subconscious mind closes, and our conscious mind is awake and aware, and we become stimulated with our environment. But what if you could just linger in that subconscious space in the morning and actually linger in that dreamy space while you're awake, but you can actually lead yourself into that theta brainwave? So I want you to experiment with the hypnopompic state of consciousness and see what you experience in the morning and how that changes or affects your dream practice. Can't wait to hear what you guys experience. Please feel free to leave your experiences in the comments or any questions that you have, and I would love to get back to you on that. So thank you guys so much for joining in this video, and as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.